Hi everyone, just a quick hello from me at the end of my day. So I'm quite tired, but I really felt that I might jump on and just share with you what I'm seeing coming up a lot for me with my clients is this sense of massive overwhelm, like you're being squeezed through the eye of a needle. Everything is coming up at once and you feel like you're just holding on by a thread, or alternatively, geez, I can't even get my words out right. Alternatively, it's the feeling of I just get a little bit of space and I feel some space and then the rug is pulled out from underneath me. And then I feel some space and then I'm back again. I think that, I believe anyway, that this is really part of this calling for all of us to step back into a state of empowerment within our beings and to change the frames with which we have lived in that just haven't served us. And we tend not to do that as human beings unless we're really pushed to a point. So I wanted to share a quick solution that you might find really useful. If you are one of these people feeling this huge sense of overwhelm and you're in this fighting situation where you're really trying to make things work or you're hanging on for survival, I'd like to suggest to you that those feelings you've probably felt before, this is most probably the buildup of all the emotional stresses and traumas that felt really similar throughout your whole life, and they're all landed here at once. So it's a really amplified feeling. And often what happens is that's attached to our story of separation, how the frame that we created within which we've lived our life and within which we approach relationships and situations in order to get a sense of feeling okay about ourselves or for building value. That frame actually comes from a state of separation. So in truth, it really can never work, although we try, like almost all of our lives, to fix it until we realize what's going on. So hopefully this is your time to snap yourself out of that and into a state of power. So when you're in that state and you can feel that and you can say to yourself, wow, here I am fighting this, but what is it that I really want? Because your mind will tell you it's getting through this. Once I get through this, I can create that life I want. But the truth is, whenever you're in that frame of separation, you're just going to stay in that frame of separation because the foundations of the way you're approaching your life is faulty. So the way out is to create what you want. What is it that I want? How do I want to feel in my body? What do I want to feel peace? Do I want to feel love? Do I want to feel connection? And practicing feeling that and seeing the solution that I want, feeling it in my body, knowing that actually this is part of what I can create for myself because I've created the other version of me and life, which is pretty shitty and it's pretty powerful. So if I can create that, I can create this. So the adult sitting here in me is creating this new version of life for myself, and I'm feeling into it all the time and I'm putting my energy into that. That's my solution. What's also going on until we heal that is that the inner child in me that feels like it needs to fix, that feels like she's not enough, that feels like I have to get in there and do that. Otherwise, it's going to impact me. I have to fight this situation, or I have to hold on. I have to make this right. Whatever it is that inner child in you is fighting, she's or he is still over there doing the good fight. So somehow you have to encourage that part of you to come in the same direction as you. Otherwise, you're always going to have this conflict. And I think that's what causes so much of the pain inside of us, because there's a part of us that wants to stay there because it's running a strategy it knows and it feels gives it value and identity. But there's the more wiser version of us, the grown-up version of us that really wants to go over here. So the way I bring my little girl over and to join me on the journey is I imagine actually going in and connecting with her in a meditation or simply sitting down and imagining it. And then I invite her to do things differently. I might ask her, is this really working for you? Like, does this feel good, And I encourage her, rather than looking outside all the time at other people and things, I encourage her to come in and look at me. And I tell her that I have the resources now. And if she could look at me and just look at me, she's going to feel so much better. And I bring her into me so that we actually join up. And then I keep focused on my solution. And sometimes There'll be an activation in my body because I hold that frame in my body. So something might happen and I can feel myself activated, and that doesn't feel good. So I need to just validate that. Why wouldn't I feel like that? I've been feeling like that all my life. I'm just going to, is there anything I need to do right now? I can feel it. Maybe I need to write. Maybe I need to share with someone. But then I want to keep focusing on that, and I want to keep feeling my solution, because I'm recreating my life anew. I'm redesigning my life anew. The design that I created when I was a kid got me to where I am right now in this overwhelming, incredibly stressful situation. But now I'm redesigning a new life for myself. So that is something that you can do right here and now that will bring some form of ease into your body. And it's a practice that you can do all the time. Like, just keep practicing it, because what you want to do is not just understand this. This is about you feeling differently in your body, because when I can feel into what I want, I can start creating it. So I'm sending you love for a very empowered week, and I will see you next week, where we have a chat with a beautiful lady who's sharing her wisdom on birth trauma. Sending love.